Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's learn with Lizzie. Today we are diving into the most powerful parts of Lost Spring by Anees Jung, a story that touches our hearts and opens our eyes. In this video, we will break down important quotations and passages, inferences and interpretations, and deep connections to our world and ourselves. Let's get started. Let's start with Saheb-e-Alam, the rag picker from Simapuri. One of the most important line is Saheb-e-Alam means Lord of the Universe, but Saheb is unaware of what it means. This is deeply ironic. The boy's name suggests power and wealth, but he lives in poverty, barefoot and collecting garbage. This shows us how names and reality can be painfully disconnected when society fails to support its children. Next, we have garbage to them is gold. For most of us, garbage is wasted. But for Sahib and others in his community, it's a lifeline. This line shows how poverty forces people to find value in things society throws away, both literally and metaphorically. And then there's this subtle yet heartbreaking line. The steel canister seems heavier than the plastic bag he would carry so lightly. This tells us everything about how Sahib's life has changed. He now has a job, but he has lost something more important: his freedom, his spirit, his childhood. And finally, we are having a very important quotation, that is, sometimes I find a rupee, even a 10 rupee note, if luck is on my side. This line captures the false hope and unpredictability of poverty. Sahib clings to random moments of luck as a source of excitement, but he knows that is not enough to change his fate. Now let's move to Mukesh, the boy born into a bangle making family in Firozabad. One of the most striking lines is, I will be a motor mechanic. He insists, looking straight into my eyes. This moment is powerful. It shows that Mukesh dares to dream. He doesn't look down. He doesn't hesitate. His direct gaze shows strength, a rare quality in a place where dreams are often broken. Another significant line in this story is, born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but bangles. This reflects the generational trap of tradition. These children grow up seeing only one future, the same life their parents and grandparents lived, with no freedom to explore anything else. Next comes, they are caught in the web of poverty, burdened by the stigma of caste in which they are born. This line brings in social commentary. It's not just a poverty that binds them, it's also caste, tradition, and lack of access to education and resources. And finally, it is his karma, his destiny. If ever he tries to get out of it, he will be hauled up by the police, beaten, and dragged back. This quotation captures the fantastic mindset of the elders, I mean sarcastically. It reflects how the fear of authority and generational submission stops people from dreaming for a better life. Let's now explore what we can infer from these quotes and the story overall. First, poverty is not always a choice, it's a trap. Neither Saheb nor Mukesh chose this life. They were born into it. The system around them offers no escape, just a survival. Second, dreams often die young. Saheb wants to go to school, but he has to earn. His dream is pushed aside for survival. That's the tragedy of many children like him. Third, tradition can become a prison. In Mukesh's community, making bangles is not just a skill, it's a destiny. Families follow it blindly, even if it leads to suffering. But there's also a fourth point, and this is crucial. Hope survives in small acts of rebellion. Mukesh's dream may seem small to us, but it is huge in his world. That little spark of wanting something different is what makes his story unique. Now let's reflect a bit deeper. How does Lost Spring connect with us? First, text to self. Have you ever seen children working at tea stall or cleaning cars? Did you wonder why they weren't in school? Did you do something or just walk past? Text to world. This story mirrors the lives of millions of children across the world. Even today, child labor is a huge issue, from factories to farms, from mines to market. Lost Spring reminds us that childhood is still a privilege for many. Finally, text to text. You can connect this text with the last lesson where education is lost due to war, while here it is lost due to poverty. Both stories make us realize how precious education and freedom really are. Let's quickly have a small recap. Quotations like garbage is gold and I will be a motor mechanic carry powerful messages. Inferences show us that poverty, caste, and lost dreams are deeply connected. Reflections help us connect the story to our real world and inspire us to think, feel, and act. Now, here are some questions for you to think about. Why do you think Saheb gave up his dream so easily? Do you think Mukesh will succeed in becoming a mechanic? How can we, as students or teachers, help make a difference? Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more CBSE English insights. Until next time, keep learning, keep reflecting.